Mary here. Today I just want to have a quick chat with you about ring stackers. Ring stackers. These are great toys and they can work on a multitude of play skills dependent on your child's level of development. They're great for working on actual release of toys, playing in their midline, bringing toys things together in the middle. They're great for their hand-eye coordination, putting the rings on. You can even work on getting sizing right if your child's at that stage in development. So they are fantastic toys that can do loads of things. Now, you might not actually have one of these ring stackers in your home, but fear not, there are some things you can use that you probably have got at home. So the first thing you'll need to find is something to put your rings on. Now, we've probably all got one of these hanging around. It's what we put our kitchen roll on in the kitchen. Something like this, or even the tree mugs that have the removable little branches where the mugs hang on. You've perhaps got one of those. You could just take the branches off. Anything that's got that steady pole base where your child can place a ring over it. Now, as for the rings, there are all sorts of things. Have a check in your jewellery drawer because you've probably got some chunky bracelets hanging around. This one's wood, but any would do, enamel, metal, plastic. They're great to get hold of and your child can just pop it over. Really easy, and they're great for children that are just starting out on this because they're nice and big, so they can get them on there really well. You can do a variety of sizes. It's a slightly different size one, a little bit smaller, perhaps a little bit harder to do. So just release onto the pole. So again, absolutely brilliant for that release, for that hand-eye coordination. Now you can step it up and make it harder. Curtain rings. You've probably got some of these kicking around your house, in your shed somewhere, or even shower curtain rings, anything like this. So again, this is slightly harder. So if your child's at that stage where you want to make it a bit more difficult, they've got to be a bit more precise about actually dropping it onto there. It's harder to hold and to release and drop on. There's another example of another wooden ring that I found. So that can just drop on like that. There we go. So as you can see, anything that's circular that goes on there. You could even look at your children's toys and see what they've got that's circular that might go on there. For instance, a slinky. Who would have thought it? A slinky. And it's great. And again, if your child's just starting to do this, this is a nice, easy one because it's nice and big. And it's also quite fun to watch it bounce and drop. Gives them a real sense of wanting to do that. Gives them a reason for wanting to put that on there. So with these, you can work on your hand-eye coordination and your release. But you can also work on stacking them if you can find some of different sizes, just like a ring stacker, and seeing whether or not they actually fit inside. So you can still work on that sizing element as well. So that's how you can make a ring stacker with stuff you've probably just got sitting around the house if you haven't actually got a ring stacker. So I hope that helps a little bit in giving you some ideas of an activity you could do with a ring stacker.